Ever been on those field trips to the zoo as a kid? I remember being just totally captivated by the gorillas, like convinced they were having whole conversations with just like, oh, look.
Oh, yeah, there's just something about that connection with animals. It makes sense you're looking into being a zoo educator. It's a chance to share that passion with others.
Absolutely, but I'm sure there's way more to it than pointing out cool animals, right? We've got RoleCatcher's career guide, info on their interview prep, their whole job search platform. Let's dive into what they have to say about this career path.
Yeah, you're totally right. It's way more than your animal ABCs. Rollcatcher's Guide gets into like the nitty-gritty. You're basically mixing formal teaching, like leading classroom sessions on curriculums, with those informal moments, explaining animal facts and conservation to families at an enclosure.
So you're part teacher, part performer, huh?
Huh.
You have to know your stuff and make it fun for a tough audience. How does that emphasis on conservation play out on the job?
That's a big one. Zoos today are really focused on conservation, so it's not just showing amazing animals, but inspiring people to protect them. Zoo educators play a key role in that message.
Makes a lot of sense. One thing to say, look, a cool gorilla. Another to explain why their habitat's in danger and what we can do.
Exactly. And it needs a pretty diverse skill set.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher really emphasizes strong communication and presentation skills,
Hmm.
and you need to be adaptable to different audiences,
Yeah, explaining things to 8-year-olds versus their parents is a different ballgame.
for sure. RoleCatcher also highlights creativity, especially for making educational materials. Think like interactive exhibits or even just really good signage, anything to make that information stick.
It sounds like a really rewarding job, but I imagine it takes a lot of passion for animals, for teaching to really do well.
Hmm.
What's RoleCatcher say about like actually getting started?
Well, it can definitely feel overwhelming at first, but they have some great advice for new people. They really hit hard on the hands-on experience thing.
So not just reading books, but actually, what, getting your hands dirty?
Exactly. Volunteering at local zoos, animal shelters, wildlife centers, even working with, like, domestic animals can be a huge plus.
Yeah.
Showing you're passionate, you know how to care for them, all that.
Right, because even if you're not giving tours or making exhibits yet, you're gaining experience showing your dedication.
Absolutely. And never underestimate internships.
Wow.
Amazing way to get your foot in the door, learn from the pros.
Right, right. Like the old saying, it's not what you know, but who you know. But even with all that, you still got to nail the interview, right? Any tips from RoleCatcher on standing out?
Oh, this is where prepping for those tough questions is key, and RoleCatcher has you covered. Imagine having over 120,000 interview questions asked by actual zoos, just like ready for you.
Wow, talk about being prepared. Can you give me an example, though, instead of just like general tips? What might they ask a new zoo educator?
Okay, this one from their guide is great. How would you incorporate conservation messaging into your educational programs? See how specific that is. It makes you think about how to inspire action, not just, here's this animal.
That's a great one. Connecting those cool animal facts to the bigger picture of conservation, showing you can make a difference. This is all great stuff, really helpful for anyone thinking about this career path. But honestly, the job hunt itself can be a pain. Does RoleCatcher offer anything to help out with that?
They do. Their platform has this whole jobs module. It's made to streamline everything. You can save job postings, from different websites, keep them organized, track everything in one spot.
Like having your own personal assistant for the job hunt.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the best part. It analyzes job descriptions to help you make your resume and cover letter perfect.
Wait, hold on. It analyzes them. How does that work?
So their AI looks for keywords, specific skills employers want, then shows you exactly what to highlight when you apply.
That's amazing. It really is about more than just what you know. It's knowing how to present yourself the right way to get noticed.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop there. Remember we were talking before about moving up in your career?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. RoleCatcher's guide actually lays out a path from entry level all the way up to education director.
So it's not just about getting that first job. It's about figuring out where you want to go in this field long term.
Absolutely. They help you see what you'll need to learn as you go. Really helps to have that guidance.
That's so cool. It's inspiring to hear there's so much potential here.
It really is. At the end of the day, it starts with that passion for animals, that excitement about teaching people, right?
For sure. Well, you've given us so much to think about today. This has been awesome. Thanks for taking this deep dive with me. And to everyone listening, think about this. What's your story? What can you bring to this job that nobody else can? Keep that in mind as you start out on this path. It's a really cool one.